Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated, hey man, you want a diamond in the rough? You want the go-to expert? You want to go who's got some skin in the game? I'm talking to the man right here, right now. Him and his family. He goes by Tom, but they're known as the Pelizzaros. Would anybody recognize that? How I chopped up that name?
you chop it up just like about everyone else.
All right.
It's all good though.
Oh, okay. I wanted to say to you that if there was a, if we knew firsthand Jesus and his disciples, Jesus would have your father as one of his disciples. Val Pelizzaro, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sure Val's certainly giving him instructions and maybe even have him run a hill or two.
Right on, man. And you got some history there, man. I mean, your father played alongside a Harry, and Harry, when he needed an assistant, somebody said, hey, man, you got it. Val, will you teach your boys? Because you know it. And that...
Yeah, they were a great combination. They worked together at the post office.
Wow.
They played soccer together, of course. They played softball back in the day. They were great athletes, played softball together, refereed together.
Holy cow.
And then, ultimately then coached at St. Louis University together, which was, I think for the Keo and the Pelizzaro family, it was just such a wonderful blessing and just amazing opportunity. So many friends have been created over the years because of that partnership between Val and Harry.
Yeah, they own the name in the St. Louis area. Val and Harry, man. I mean, you just name drop, just use the first name. We know who you're talking about. But
yeah, and there aren't many times when one name is used individually. It's usually Harry or Val and Harry. So
yeah.
They were literally joined at the hips throughout a very long playing career, playing with the great Kudus teams, of course. And then, starting in 1967, the beginning of their coaching at St. Louis University. Is right. Yeah.
The Pelizzaros, the sons. Pelizzaros. Thank you, man. I'm gonna really, in 2026, I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna get that. But you all, the four of you, the four sons, went and played some ball there.
Yes, we were, again, very, very fortunate, good enough to play at St. Louis University, and I think it was really a special time for each and every one of us. Myself, being the oldest, my brother Matt, 4 years younger, and then my brother Mike and Tony, who were 12 years and 13 and a half years younger. So almost like another family, but Val outlasted many, and he was on the sidelines for 30 years, so he got all four of us on that roster at St. Louis University.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but we have the guy, he goes by, that guy, the guy, Tyrone. Ty Kehoe, but his sister played some ball at over at SLU, huh?
No, actually, Peggy played at UMSL.
Oh, okay. They were the gift. They had the squad over there for sure.
Right. Yeah, the women's program at St. Louis didn't start for a number of years later, but Peggy, who was a good player, very good player, and also on a very good team out there at UMSL,
yeah,
was one of the very first teams to really gain some prominence in the college ranks. So, yeah, it wasn't until a number of years later that St. Louis University started their program.
It got to the point where that Anson Dorlans from North Carolina said, "Hey, forget about playing over there in St. Louis. We'll go around it."
Probably, yes.
Yeah. So here it is, man. You got all that, and then you get some of this, and all you are getting goosebumps. You're all, and your friends and family are laser focused because the Billikens are on the road, baby.
Yes, they are, and very proud the way they play under Kevin Kalish, playing with a lot of grit. Their last couple of games have been fantastic, almost old school, just playing and figuring out how to win the game, just playing with toughness and tenacity. Very, very exciting times, and I just wish them, great luck this coming Sunday, now that they're in the final 16. Right.
And there's some St. Louis blue blood on that squad with Tom DeMaria. Is that have it right?
It's actually Jack DeMaria is on the squad.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Give me a break.
Well, I'll say, I think that's, for me, and I think for many other St. Louis University alumni, I personally am very proud of the way the squad is built, and I tip my hat to Kevin Kalish for working and bringing in homegrown talent, also having a mix of players from other parts of the United States on the team, and then a mix of some foreign players. I just like that arrangement and setup, and personally I feel that it would be good if other teams would follow in that format. But others have chosen different paths. But I know that for me to go to a game and to see St. Louis kids out on that field, allowing their family and friends and to come in and watch and play at the highest level of college ranks is really special.
Yeah, man. And give me a little insight, bro. When you go in Forest Park, and you're going to go to the Muni, and you look that back parking lot, and then the fields across the fields across from the parking lot by the jewel box. Do you still the field that still gives you the goosebumps?
Well, it's interesting because a bunch of us old guys that can still run and move a little bit, we still play on those fields in the summer on Wednesday nights.
Holy cow!
And those fields are quite different than
Yeah.
we practice there. I think Emerson Electric is the one that maintains.
Hats off to him. Yeah. Bravo.
But yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia. Actually, a few years ago, I was at the park and went over by the infamous hill that Harry and my father Val would run our butts up and down for conditioning. And I think back in the day, all of us St. Louis players, I think we were talented, but we were certainly known for our conditioning and playing, to the highest level through 90 minutes of play. And that is also what I love about this team that Kevin has brought forth this year, is that they play all the time. They're playing hard. They've had a number of overtime games, and then going into PKs. And that takes will, and that takes fitness, and that takes, mental strength. And I just really admire the kids, the way they're putting it all out on the line now.
Yeah, man. So do you have the recollections of when there was 3 lily ponds there in the midst of that big field?
Well, I remember a bunch of puddles. I don't know.
No, they were actually ponds with big red lilies, and it was a real fashionable type of thing. But yeah, and then they had only that one water fountain, so it would shoot up 20 feet in the air, and that's where all the puddles would come from. Yeah, oh man, yeah. And that was it. And then the tree is still there.
The tree is still there. That one tree is still there, yes.
Yeah. So that really has it. And then the campus, do you get a kind of a thrill? I don't know if you were there with the old musical field, but the new field, Herman Field, I believe it's called, you go around and you're right there. I guess you got your box seats or something down there.
No, Kevin, general admission.
Oh, okay. I thought they would pick you up in a cart and bring you down.
No, it's fun to go down to the campus. I was in 7th grade in '67 when Val and Harry started coaching there. That campus has changed a lot, and all for the better.
Yeah.
Of course, the Herman Field, which has been there quite some time, actually back when they redid that whole stadium and Joe Clark was coaching, they had turf, artificial turf. And I think it was maybe 15 years later when they finally converted it to natural grass, which has really been a blessing, because there's nothing like a good match
man.
on the natural grass.
Absolutely.
But the campus itself is phenomenal. I think we all know Father Biondi was the mover and the shaker that has brought that campus at a level of every other major university. And of course, with the addition of Chaffetz Arena a number of years ago, really sealed the deal. And it is just a spectacular place to visit. Great atmosphere for sports, but for student athletes and for students in general. So it's a beautiful, beautiful place in the center of Midtown.
Yeah, man. The Grand Center, they call it. The situation is that there was a priest before Biani that was off the charts. He was like, man, you looked at him and he said, I got to be a little bit better man to come to this guy. But his name escapes me, but he was magnificent. And
Father Reiner. I believe it's Father Reiner.
Okay, all right.
And the Jesuits always demanded quite a bit. That's part of the history of St. Louis University.
Right, there you go. And then how about yourself or your brother ever took classes with that Chaffis guy?
I believe I was in the same class, but I don't believe I had a class, but we may have. Not really sure.
Right.
Really sure.
But
yeah, he's been a game changer down there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. And you talk about, when they talk about Captain America, they're talking about Altros. And Altros and that team, the double award, Herman Award winner and champion, I mean that starts it. It just goes and goes. And like you say, you might have a year or two off, but you got somebody coming, and there's just so much talent. My gosh, and they all bleed blue.
Yeah, we still all bleed blue. So yeah, people like Al, who's as great of a player as he was, he's that great of a human being as well. And the same holds true for people like Pat McBride and
absolutely. I feel ashamed I didn't mention him first.
No.
Yeah, but he went to Holy Rosary. He helped Al and all those guys at Holy Rosary as being the guy. I mean, from the parish to the college to world, to
the world.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
there were so many in that era, so many great players. I personally call it, the Renaissance era of St. Louis soccer.
Right on.
Everyone just not only wanted to play, they had individuals who they wanted to play like, and a lot of that started with all of the young men going and watching those great Kudus teams.
The
50s and 60s, and it just kept churning out really amazing players here in St. Louis area, north side, south side.
Yeah, man.
And then the beauty of St. Louis University was, the combination of guys from the north and south who, regularly competed against one another, kicked one another. Now they're playing on the same team and winning national championships as a team. Special times.
Yeah, I was so much like an older guy when I found out St. Francis Xavier Church is the proper name of the college church. It was always, I grew up, it's the college church,
right.
And the miracles that happen in there and this, the spiritual awakenings are just unbelievable. I could imagine, wanting to hit it, take a knee, to say a prayer before the game.
Absolutely. There's not a more beautiful church in town.
There you go. There you go, baby. And it really much of my life has been on that Grand Avenue, and that is one of the streets of St. Louis, and every several miles is the greatest place in St. Louis. The most. And I started on the East Grand, down by the water tower, and just kept on trucking. And now I'm past St. Mary's and in Holly Hills, and there you go, Carondelet Park. So I went from Fairgrounds to Carondelet Park. I've had quite a stroll, if I may add.
That's quite a journey, yeah. Spent many hours and many days on Grand myself, of course, going to St. Mary's High School, and then St. Louis University. So took the bus many times on Grand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was too lazy to run it or walk it, but I know a guy, Patty Kehoe, right?
Yeah.
He took a bicycle. He rode a bicycle up and down.
Oh, we all have.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
So,
we all have.
Yeah. So here we are. You got all that. And when you have the blue, there's a special bond that you all have. If you're at any function or anything, you guys attract each other, and this guy played in the 50s. He was one of the first teams that they ever had. He played club before there was NCAA, and then this guy, and he's got generations that went to the Billikens, and there's guys that went to St. Louis University High and then went up to college, and all that is a special. And obviously, I don't know about it because I'm not a part of it. But do you feel, or the same way with the Jesuits, when you become a Jesuit, there's a certain way of conduct. And I was wondering if you and your friends ever touched on that to say, wow, it really is something like that.
Well, I think that we certainly take great pride in the fact that we went to St. Louis University and a Jesuit school, bringing forth the Christianity that most of us grew up with. I would say that a good majority of us grew up going to Roman Catholic schools, and then to be able to continue that through college was, for many of us, considered an honor and a privilege. Plus, the Jesuits, they are also good business people, so we learn from that side of it as well.
Oh, absolutely. And that is a great leadway as to saying the Spanish society. I'm going to stretch my neck out. I'm going to say they're coming up to the 75 years.
We're actually, for the Spanish society itself, we're actually coming up close to 100 years. So in 2027, the Spanish society will be celebrating its 100th anniversary as a club.
Wow. And I drove by it so many times, and I've heard stories about it, and I'm saying, man, what a and then I met you. I'm a member now. I'm a member.
You are an official member. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I got a card and everything. Yeah, if somebody says they're a member, they don't have a card. So,
By the way, your dues are going to be due in January. You'll be getting an invoice.
Thank you. Yeah. And I mean to tell you, it starts with one of just the history of the Spanish society is just off the charts with Harry and Val, and how they met their loves there, I guess, huh?
No.
Oh.
No, they didn't meet their loves at the Spanish Society. That was those are stories that I don't even. I mean, I know my dad met my mom in the neighborhood down in the patch.
Yeah, right. Okay.
My mom and actually my dad really was never a member of the Spanish Society.
Far out.
But I played soccer there.
Yeah.
Because St. Boniface.
Right.
We didn't have a formal soccer team
right.
at that time, and I played club soccer at Spanish Society, and had the ability to learn the game from some really good people.
Oh man!
That were
Ruben Mendoza and his partners.
So yeah, well, Ruben was involved, but Ruben was more involved on the east side.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So the Spanish Society, of course, it has a lot of history. I'm involved with it. I've served in a variety of different roles there, vice president, president, treasurer, whatever. But I am still committed to the Spanish Society because that's where I learned my soccer. It is still a great small club. There's very little Spanish there anymore. There's, everyone's like everything. It's moved. People have moved. They've moved out to the suburbs. But I think we've done a really good job of keeping some of the traditions alive there and keeping the club alive. We've invested quite a bit of money over the last 5 years on the actual property itself, and we plan on continuing to do that in the future. So we have a variety of things going on every month and every quarter to raise funds, but also, more importantly, to have people come down and enjoy themselves, have some fun.
Yeah.
We're doing bingos quarterly now just to bring people down. We have our golf tournament. We have our fish fries during Lent. So we're always active down there. We always know it's a friendly place to go,
yes.
have a beer. And
yes.
Because we had an interview there last year.
Yeah.
Where you came down to the club.
Oh, yeah.
They don't build them like that anymore.
No, baby. No. And that's a good thing about St. Louis University is that, they had a connection with Holy Rosary, with St. Philip Neri up north. And then you come down and you say, hey, man, are you a part of the Spanish Society? And then you go down to St. Mary's and Carondelet Sunday Morning Club, and all the. I mean, it's like if you want to play some ball, St. Louis University was always an open door. Are you good enough to play for the St. Louis, with the Billikens?
Yeah.
Aspire to and so forth, and they were a part of the community up and down Grand Avenue.
Absolutely.
All right then. So, can you give me a little bit, like 10 more minutes?
Sure.
All right. So here you go. You got that. Is it time? Can I move to another conversation, or should I go back to St. Louis University?
It's your podcast.
Yeah, it's mine, all right. I tell you, with a wink and a nod, you rule the roost, bro. Nice going. I seen your act. You handled the Spanish Society very well, and the Bocce Club on Macklin.
the Bocce Club on Marconi.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Like,
we'll get you around town.
all right, David. All right.
We'll get you a GPS. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. But I mean, just about that, you have authenticity with you about St. Louis. That you and your friends, you live it. That's your history. You can't deny it, and you cherish it, embrace it, and make it better. Because I'm not blowing no smoke, but you have made those institutions better because of you.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that the Spanish Society is, it's just part of me. Just growing up a few blocks away from it, I have enjoyed, many good events and parties, and have great friends there. And the Bocce Club sort of came into my life 25 years ago or so, and I just believe that those types of clubs are just very special. You just don't see it everywhere, and even though I'm not on the board, or I just play in the league there.
Yeah,
it's a great place because of the community itself. And who doesn't like going on the hill, right?
I don't want to meet that person. Stay away from the whales, man.
It's a special place, and then at the Bocce Club, half my team are former soccer players as well. So yeah, always have a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. And off the top of my head, you have a daughter that is a coach of significance in the women's game. Am I correct on that?
No.
Okay.
So I have a daughter, but no coaching. No, she's a beautiful young lady that is in the Limerick School District.
Ah, what is there a cousin or a niece?
Oh, Andrea. That's my niece, Andrea.
Yeah. Okay.
Fernandez Gorton. Yes.
Right. I mean, what I took is that if you are a father of a Fernandez, you're a father. You have cousins you have not even met yet.
Oh yeah, there are many. There are many.
Yeah, and so if you're a father of one, you have you got a bunch of uncles. I'll tell you that. And so and you all blend together magnificently. What a mosaic. And so the upshot of the thing is you have what they call a Chorizo Bowl. Now, am I pronouncing that right, or am I going to get hit upside the head?
You are pronouncing it partially correct.
Ow.
So, chorizo is partially correct, but the way in which they pronounce it at the Spanish Society, because of the dialect of the Spaniards that grew up in northern Spain, in Asturias, is chorizo.
Oh.
So the Z is pronounced as a TH. So we have this game that we play every New Year's Day. And the history of it was where the Spaniards that lived here on the Missouri side played the Spaniards that lived on the Illinois or east side every year on New Year's Day. So we still continue that tradition. This year the game will be New Year's Day, 1 o'clock, St. Mary's High School. I still need to get a hold of Jay Stremlaw to confirm that. But 1 o'clock at St. Mary's High School, we play a game. Well, we're getting older. The kids are getting younger that are joining in, which is all good.
Yeah.
And it's good quality soccer. It's played on New Year's Day. It's been a tradition. I think this will be the 50-something year of that game.
Wow.
And then afterwards, we go back to the club and enjoy New Year's Day. So anyone listening to this, please feel free to come down and watch a game at St. Mary's High School on South Grand, and then come on down to the club afterwards and see what the Spanish Society is all about.
And do yourself a favor, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm going to chop it up, but in 2026 I'm going to be singing it. But those little Spanish sausages are some of the finest in the world, and they're made with pride at the Spanish Society. I mean,
yes, they are.
Yeah,
homemade family recipe that's been in the Fernandez family for years, and that would be Joe Apple's Fernandez recipe. But everyone has their own little recipe, so nobody tells the secret of what their recipe is all about.
You better not. Yeah.
But we really do have a very good Spanish sausage to serve. So
yeah,
if you're up for it, and if you like garlic, come on down and have a couple.
Balumpo. What about the Illinois? Where exactly community are they in?
That's in Fairmount City.
Okay. Now, have they moved? Go.
They don't really have a club, so to speak.
Okay.
So when we play over there, we go to, the name escapes me, but we go to one of the bars there that one of the players,
right,
and a guy by the name of Tuna,
beautiful,
who's sort of in charge over there. We go to the bar when we play over there, but this year the game's here.
Yeah, and I'm curious, the smelters is where they all worked at because of their just, in the whole world, they were the world's experts on the smelting of the copper. Do I have it right?
Yes, that's what brought many of them over when they were looking for jobs in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And this region also, where they came from, this Asturias region, they were also known for their mining. So they were all hardworking people, and but because of some financial difficulties happening in the country back then, they came here and found work. And yes, and I don't understand that whole process or exactly what made it so special for the Spaniards to be attracted to that, but that is the storyline.
Right, and those smelters were on Broadway, South Broadway, were they not? Or
yes,
yeah.
Yes,
and then
up and down the river.
There you go. And then I'm trying to figure out, those guys' families, did they leave the smelter and became jockeys or something? I mean, they got...
No, they, as time went on and their kids grew up and their kids, got educated.
Yeah.
And, they became electricians and plumbers and carpenters and accountants and like everything. They blended into society after they
Right.
got settled here, especially in the Carondelet area, which is where most of them settled.
Right. And I guy from knowing nothing from nothing, they kind of like, they operate, they are the community leaders in that area, and they have a fine tradition of doing what they're doing, and hats off to them, man. I mean, this is really something. Because it's community based. The women, my understanding, hey man, you talk about every human is created equal, not every man and woman and child, and they really, hats off to them, just outstanding. So you have all that in your DNA. You've had, help me out, you almost had to have taken that to your professional life.
I'm sorry? Say that again?
All that is part of your DNA and of the pride and you have to follow the way. You took that to your professional life.
Sure. I just took the whole thing with community and family, especially family. Our Pelizzaro family has been blessed with a really strong, close relationship, and I've also been blessed with marrying into the Fernandez family as well.
Yeah.
So it's we have quite a party when we get together.
I bet, man. And I use that to go in that Sean Kelly. I mean, that guy doesn't suffer fools, and he's a friend of yours that you and the missus went over with his missus and a couple other people, and you went to Europe with him, and I guess you worked in the field there, didn't you?
Yes, I was in the international travel for many years professionally. So, yeah, we've put together a few trips and had some friends join, especially doing some great river cruises, which I would recommend it. And anyone and everyone to try to experience a river cruise if you're interested in Europe. But yeah, I've been blessed with having experienced many destinations in this world. So now, since I'm retired, I try to organize a few things every once in a while, and if someone's interested and they're on my good list, then they can. Sean's still on the good list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Oh man. I mean, that's the period. How's the quarter report doing? Yeah. Oh, beautiful, baby. Beautiful. And it's just off the charts. And that is how you roll. I don't know about your brothers, but I mean, they probably rolled the same type of way, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all pretty simple.
Yeah, there you go.
Just try to be straightforward, straight up. We appreciate all of our blessings, and appreciate all of the friends that we made, and especially in soccer, we made so many friends.
Oh man, yeah.
And I'm talking worldwide. So
Wow.
it has been a blessing.
Now, off the top of your head, would you say, if you're about soccer in Spain, and you don't know if you're going to be a Real Madrid fan or Barcelona, you say, well, but I do know St. Louis is American soccer.
St. Louis is American soccer.
Yeah, and you know that from being told that. Also, I mean, it's a reality. Am I correct, Ben?
It is, for sure it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when you talk about college soccer, you know, with everybody in the mix, if you don't say St. Louis University, you go back to school, son. You got problems. And so they're in, is it the 8 now, or is it Sweet 16?
They're in the round of 16 now.
Okay, the round of 16. And
Round of 16.
And I tell you, man, you got Jim Teachins there. We got Dr. Chuck Skorumsky as the official psychiatrist for Wales Certified.
Well, Chuck came in handy many times. In goal and out.
Boom. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, so let's give 5 more minutes and we'll wrap it up, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so here we are. Under full disclosure, I thought you were an AB fella. I'm sorry. I thought you worked with AB.
No. I worked with a great company called Intrav at one time.
Yeah.
That got me into the travel business.
Yeah, that's a name dropper in this town.
Yeah.
So you have the mystery. The secret of life is to marry up. So you done good there.
I did.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Yeah. And you kept true to your DNA, and you done your father and your mother and your parents and baba boom, baba bang, and your brother. You done well. You've done well, and excuse me, pardon.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Because of family.
Yes.
Life is good.
And that's what the Billikens, I hope that somebody gets to, whisper, hey, family, you're a Billiken, man. This is this year's team, but you carry every Billiken team and player with you. And so, would I be correct in that, or is that kind of phony?
No, absolutely. I mean, we're a family. Got the Billiken family. Absolutely.
Well, I wish you all the best. I don't know if is there a special place in this town that all the Billikens go and meet, for the big screen or anything, or special invites or what?
I haven't checked my email, but I know that the last game they were having a party down at Ballpark Village, so I'm not sure if that's happening again. Unfortunately, we already have family plans, so I'll be watching it here at my home.
Yeah, and that's favorite. You don't even need a degree. You just had to have been on the roster at St. Louis University. Okay, so here we are. We got all that, and that. Just for full disclosure, how long? When does the process begin for 2027 Chorizo Bowl? Because this has to be already in the bucket. I mean, all the what you got to do, how you got to do it, the preparation, the invites, ba ba boom, ba ba bang, huh?
Yeah, well, that will all be part of the planning process this coming year. That's for sure.
Yeah. When does this start? Like January the 3rd for the following year? Like, when do you start to prepare? Because it doesn't seem like it just happens a week before it happens.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, we have a meeting every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month, starting in January. So the first Wednesday, so 12 meetings a year.
Yeah. All right. Party. Yeah. All right. Good. That cuts it up. All right. So, Tom, you know that I know that you know that when it gets down to this time, it's always, hey, Tom, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for, this is your opportunity.
Well, I'm going to keep it short. I'm just going to wish Kevin Kalish and his team good luck, hopefully great success. I know that they will play very hard in a very quality game this coming Sunday, and I absolutely wish them the absolute best. And go Bills!
That's it. I mean, that's nothing. You can't say anything better than that. Go Bills! All right. Thank you, Tom. Give the missus a hello.
Kevin.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Take care.
I'll download it, send it out to you. Bye-bye.